Hey everyone, welcome back to another video and another episode of 5 best mods to download for the PlayStation 4, and I believe this is episode 4 now. So if you guys do want to check out some of the previous episodes that I have done, there will be a link in the description below to a console mods playlist that you guys can go to, just in case you want to check out some of the other cool mods that I have featured on the channel. Also, quick apologies for not uploading a PlayStation 4 mods video for such a long time. It's been around a week and a half now, and this video was actually supposed to be released a few days ago. So I've really been slacking, apologies for that again, but hopefully you guys will go on to enjoy this video today. And with all that being said, jumping straight into the video with the first mod here, and this one is known as Fallout Shock Apartment. Now you may be asking yourself, didn't you already cover this in a previous video? And yes, I did in my last video, which by the way was an Xbox One mods video. I know that not all of you guys like to tune into that because some of you guys are on PlayStation, some of you guys are on Xbox. And in that video, I did feature this mod known as Fallout Shock Apartment. And at the time, I didn't realize it was actually available as well on the PlayStation 4. And I have to say, this is a very cool mod being brought to the PlayStation. Now, for those of you who are a fan of the BioShock series, more specifically BioShock 2, you probably will enjoy this mod, and that's because it's actually a recreated version of the BioShock 2 multiplayer prologue apartment, recreated of course in Fallout 4. And I have to say, the mod author did an outstandingly good job. Like I mentioned in the previous video, the attention to detail with this for a recreation is honestly insane. From the way that you enter here through the pod, the starting room, that you genuinely feel nostalgia when going through here, especially if you've really played BioShock 2 and its multiplayer as well. When you look out the windows, you can see Fallout's very own version of Rapture with the good neighbor signs lit up and stuff, which looks insane by the way. You can see, you got, the good decoration going on. The rooms are pretty much laid out exactly like the apartment from BioShock as well. Even the bathroom looks perfect. Of course, again, it's not going to be a perfect match because it is a recreation in Fallout, and it's pretty cool, As a player home goes, it does all the things you would expect. It has workbenches in it. It doesn't have too much in terms of storage. There's a couple of safes and, a couple of dressers that you can store stuff in, and just the general things that you would expect out of a player home is also here as well. Again, going back to how you enter here, when you fast travel there, you can see there's a pod area that just sort of looks like a BioShock fashion, and you can pretty much take that pod and it will, fast travel you to this apartment. So it's very, very cool in my opinion. I thought I'd mention this as the first mod in the video because again, I did feature it in my other video, but I wanted to let you guys know that it is available on the PlayStation, and for those of you looking for a cool player home mod, and for those of you as well who enjoyed BioShock, it's a pretty cool mod that you may want to download. And that leads us into the next mod of the video, which is known as Bigger Settlement Build Area by Scowl. Now this mod is a relatively small but awesome change to the game, and pretty self-explanatory as well by the title. It expands on the build area of most vanilla settlements in Fallout 4. So the previous build area that you guys have that was sometimes kind of small around the settlement that would, limit you to only be able to build within the area has now been expanded. And the issue with this mod at this current moment in time, and the mod author has stated that this is due to Sony's limitations, goddamn Sony, but basically you can't see the border now, so you can't really see when you're leaving the area from your settlement to be able to build. But I mean, you can still tell from the little notification that pops up, pretty much telling you that you're leaving. It's just the borders don't show up anymore. But you can see from the example in the background, we can build quite far out here, more than usual in Sanctuary, just to give you guys a bit of a show of how this mod actually works. Now of course, it isn't anything crazy. It doesn't allow you to build everywhere around the wasteland. It just sort of again expands quite a bit on what's already available, and it's something that can seamlessly fit into your game. It's a pretty cool change in my opinion, and a pretty cool mod as well that you guys can check out in the description below, or alternatively search for it on the mod menu. And that goes the same for this next mod, which is actually returning from the Xbox One and the PC, known as Any Mod Any Weapon. And this was a mod brought to us by Lucas God, and being honest, I thought this was going to be available day one on the PlayStation 4. And you may be asking, don't we already have a mod like this on the PlayStation 4 known as Wacky Weapons? And I mean, yeah, you would be right. Wacky Weapons is kind of the PlayStation 4 version of Any Mod Any Weapon. However, my experience with Any Mod Any Weapon is a little bit better. I've noticed that when using this version, I can pretty much make much better weapons with it. So for those of you who don't know what this does, it pretty much enables you to, have any attachment from any weapon and apply that onto any other weapon in the game. And of course, this gives you the ability to just make crazy weapons from scratch. Like, it's genuinely fun to do this. I've always said that this is one of my most favorite mods in the game. You guys have seen from previous gameplay, and I'll also show you guys again. Some of the stuff you can make, you can have like cryolator shooting Merv launchers, which is insane. You have like just crazy variations of weapons. I made something that looks like the Thor hammer as well, which looks crazy. So it's very, very cool. And with this version of any mod, any weapon as well, everything seems to be structured a lot better. You have little icons that will show you, what attachment the weapon's on and what attachment you can attach to this weapon and stuff like that. So in general, it seems to me like a little bit of a better version of wacky weapons. And if you're somebody out there who enjoys wacky weapons, this is one that I suggest trying out, seeing if you like this version better, and going from there. So once you have downloaded and enabled this mod, I do want to actually mention this real quick as well. You do need to have the AWKCR mod enabled as well, so I'll have that linked in the description. Make sure you guys download that. That is the only way that you can actually get this mod working. And once you've downloaded that and the any mod, any weapon, you'll need to craft yourself the Weaponsmith workbench, of course being one of the brand new workbenches introduced within the mod itself. Once you have the Weaponsmith workbench made, you then want to enter it and go all the way down to the unconventional weapons list. And essentially this is a list of the majority of the types of weapons in the game, and anything that you make from this list can be used with the any mod, any weapon mod. So anything you basically create from here, you can then go to any sort of weapons workbench that you want and then start editing them and adding, crazy attachments and stuff like that from this. And that is essentially how you use the any mod, any weapon mod. Kind of a tongue twister when I try and say that, but yeah, that is hopefully explained well enough for you guys and how you actually get to using this. Overall, it's a very cool mod in my opinion. If you're a fan of weapon mods, definitely a must check out. And just in general, very, very cool mod to download if you're a fan of mods like this. But anyway, moving on to the next mod, and this is Simple Follower iBot by Andrew CX. Now, as the mod title suggests, it provides a small iBot follower known as Eddie Jr. for the player into the game. And once you have downloaded and enabled the mod, the follower should appear immediately. However, if it doesn't, fast travel to another location far across the map, and then it should appear right next to you and follow you around. Now, there's a couple of things to mention here. This does not count as a normal companion for you, so that does mean that you can have another companion with you while also having Eddie Jr., the iBot, follow you around and fight for you as well. So that's a bit of a pro in my opinion. That's a pretty cool thing. However, because it doesn't count as your companion, that means any of the companion related perks in the perk tree also don't apply to Eddie Jr. Not only that, you can't really talk to it either. It kind of just follows you around, and again, because it's not your companion, you can't really tell it what to do. However, it will act, as a companion in some ways. Again, it follows you around, it will fight if anything tries to attack you. Although its weapon is extremely weak, I'm gonna have to say it right now, it is a very, very weak iBot. But it's pretty cool as well. It's just pretty cool to have this iBot following you around. It's sort of like a mini second companion, I guess you could say. And I'm guessing this mod will receive some updates in the future to maybe make the weapon a little bit more powerful and a little bit more fluid as well. But if you want an iBot companion, this is something that I feel should have been added with the Automatron DLC. No idea why it wasn't, but if you want an iBot companion, this is definitely the mod that you are gonna want to go for. And for the final mod of the video today, we have Custom Paint for Power Armor by Scientist711. This, I believe, is one of the only mods on the PlayStation 4 that really brings in a pack of like custom paint for power armor. Again, because of the limitations that Sony has over mods on the PlayStation 4, it's quite difficult to be able to make a decent custom paint job, and I have to say there's a couple of decent ones within this pack. Just to give you guys a brief description of what the mod author has stated here, this is coming directly from him. It states, a collection of new paint for power armor for you to craft at the Power Armor workstation. This set features textures based on community suggestions from many of you. Thanks for your ideas. I might update this mod to include new paint if your suggestions are viable as paintwork. No promises, I'm not dedicating my life to this. So it's almost a community driven, power armor paint pack for Fallout 4 on the PlayStation 4. The pack itself features over 26 different power armor paints. Some of them don't look so good, again, due to limitations, but some of them don't look too bad. Just to name off a few, we have things like the diving suit, the flag, you have the glowing variants such as glow green, red, blue and orange. I believe I have prominent gameplay of the glowing orange one. We have sports car variants such as the sports car 2, the sedan 2, the sedan, the station wagon, the synth black. You even have an alien paint job, a rad scorpion, a pure chrome one. So there's a lot of variety to this for you to choose from. Again, some of them are a little bit roughed up around the edges and stuff like that, but I think it's pretty cool. It's one of the only custom paint mods out there for the PlayStation 4 on anything really. So very, very cool one there. Props out to Scientist 711 for making this. A very cool one for you guys to download if you do want to. And that's pretty much it for this week's episode of 5 awesome mods to download on the PlayStation 4. As always guys, if you do enjoy this as a series and do want to see this continue every single week, be sure to leave a like on the video. Your support of course is greatly appreciated, and that does let me know that you want to see this series continuing as well. Also, this week's giveaway winners for Christmas is going to be ending on my next video, so it will be announced next video for you guys. And to enter that, this is going to be the last video it's announced in. All you have to do is subscribe. That is it guys, just subscribe, and I'll be going through my subscriber list randomly and picking one of you guys out to win a $50 Amazon card for the giveaway. But anyway, as always, hope you enjoyed the video today. Apologies again for getting this up so late. I've been slacking so much guys, I need to get back on track with everything. I've been uploading a lot less than usual as well, so hopefully, no promises this time though, hopefully I can get another PlayStation 4 mods episode out in around a day or two. That will be the next video that goes out, period, so you guys know the next video will be a PlayStation 4 mods related video in a sense as well. But either way, hope you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you guys next time with a brand new video. Peace out.